Hello everyone, today we're going to talk about language comprehension. Let's just get started.
Language comprehension. Okay, before we start, let us warm up this discussion. Have you ever find someone that's saying something you cannot understand? I think everyone have it. Language behavior psycholinguistics. Psycholinguistics investigate the mental mechanisms underlying language processing, how to perceive words and store them in the mind, how to understand a sentence, how to learn to read, how language and writing systems influence mental organization. There are three languages that we learn: language comprehension, language production, and language acquisition. What is language comprehension? Language comprehension is apparently something which is done unconsciously by most humans. It happens when a listener builds a mental representation of information contained within the language that a speaker is using. Psycholinguistic. In this part, we will examine language comprehension at a number of levels of processing. There are speech processing, words processing, syntactic parsing, and sentence understanding, also connected discourse comprehension. In comprehension, there are 5 that we have to learn: speech perception, lexical access, word recognition, sentence understanding, also discourse processing. Understanding what other people say and write sometimes more complicated than it might at first appear. Comprehending language involves a variety of capacities, skills, processes, knowledge, and dispositions that are used to derive meaning from spoken, written, and sign languages. Language comprehension is a complex process that occurs easily and effortlessly by humans. It develops along with the brain and is able to be enhanced with the use of gestures. Okay, this is the example speech comprehension and production. For the out of the sound is formulate communicative intentions and the speaker as a speaker and integrate with knowledge about speaker and word as a listener. Overview of comprehension. For example, the cat chased the rat, and the language perception, word recognition, also syntactic analysis and semantic pragmatic analysis will catch up the comprehension. Language areas in the brain. There are 2 parts of the brain, that is broadcast area and Wernicke's area. Broca's area is located in the left frontal lobe and is considered responsible for articulate language or also speech production. And motor cortex, an area that generally controls movement of the muscle. Close to Broca's areas is the part of motor cortex that controls the articulatory muscles of the face, jaws, tongue, and larynx. How about Wernicke's area? Wernicke's area is known as Wernicke's aphasia or receptive aphasia. When you ask a person with this problem a question, they will respond with a sentence that is more or less grammatical, but which contains words that have little to do with the questions or for the matter with each other. Step by step, the student is guided towards making a mental image that is based on language they hear or read. Like for example, She talks that the sun's reflection looks like a yellow squiggle on the water, and he tried to imagine what she talked about. Sometimes language comprehension becomes difficult and ambiguous. Some combination of words give a different meaning, and the expressions can often be interpreted more than one way. Words that look alike but sound different are called homographed. Okay, the next is lexical ambiguity. Most words in natural language have multiple possible meanings. Like for example, pen. The first sentence is the dog is in the pen, and the second is the ink in the pen. Also, we can see, for example, take. The first sentence is take one pill every morning, and the second is take the first right past the stoplight. Syntax helps distinguish meanings for different parts of speech of an ambiguous word. Okay, let us see the conduct. The first sentence is John's conduct in class is unacceptable, and the second is John will conduct the orchestra on Thursday. Okay, now we want to come with lexical ambiguity. Lexical ambiguity is the presence of two or more possible meanings within a single word. For example, I saw her dog. The first picture and the second picture is very different. However, about the syntactic ambiguity, the presence of two or more possible meanings within a single sentence or sequence of words. For example, the chicken is ready to eat. The first picture and the second picture is very different. Now, we have to learn about this lesson.